maybe 2 years or 1
2
year
years
ago.
old.
Yeah, he was.
Oh yes, I remember.
Yeah, don't live there anymore, but yeah.
Yeah, I remember you. Just remembering. I will see you in Ukraine or here. I remember it.
So happy to see you here.
Sudevi, she knows.
Pardon?
Sudevi.
Do you know Sudevi?
She's arranging always in
France.
and
From
Romania.
oh,
Actually, she's from Romania. Sometimes she lives in France.
maybe I saw her. I don't know exactly who.
She arranged all my program in Ukraine. And
Wow.
last 2 years also. Yes.
Oh, I need to contact her.
Yeah. Maybe she will
I
come.
need to, to know
I
her
don't know. She will
number.
come Birmingham or she will come in Toulouse. Toulouse, Paris. You may come.
I wish. One day. I need to go to India.
India. Yeah.
India,
Good.
That's
Nice.
number one.
Russia. Which part of Russia?
Well,
Moscow.
yes, my mom, but my family from east of Ukraine, Donetsk, Donbass, but some of them Dnepropetrovsk and Odessa, so it's all spread.
Yeah. I'm going also to tourist on the
Dnepropetrovsk, it's
Yeah.
a nice temple there. I've been there a few times. All is nice. Facade, everything is nice. I like the programs there. Beautiful.
Okay, acha paro. You are look like Punjabi.
Thank you, Guru.
India.
Right, so we're today very fortunate to have Chila Bhaktivedanta Maharaj, whose lotus feet I pay my Dandavat pronounce to, and to Srila Gurudev Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, and all our Guru Varga, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj also. Without their good fortune, that we would not be here. And because of their dedication in their life, that we are able to get some realization of who we are, or who we would like to be. So Maharaj was saying that Gurudev is very important. Guru personality is not ordinary. He's not from this world. He has come from another place through their own realizations and their own tapasya. They want to share this knowledge with the whole world, all the jivas, all the human beings, all the animals, all the plants, all the trees, everyone, not just human beings. So he's describing that this chanting of Hare Krishna is from the spiritual world, it's not from this material world. And that by chanting loudly, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, that not only we benefit, but all the living entities in the atmosphere all around us, because there are minute living entities, jivas, all in the atmosphere, in everything. We can't not see with our eyes, with our material eyes. And by this loud chanting that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu he established 500 years ago, that all the jivas can be benefited. Otherwise we can just become yogis, meditating quietly in a solitary place. But what good are we doing to anyone? Only to ourselves and maybe our soul. And like Maharaj is describing, yogis, they go to their planets, the jnanis go to their planets, and like that. There are different places for different people. But the devotee is very special, he's very karunamai. The karunamai means that he has a very soft heart. He's very compassionate. And that's why he has so much love to give to everyone, not just for himself. Himself he will get benefit, he does not care actually for himself. Like Prahlad Maharaj, when he saw Nrsingadev come out of the stone wall, and in a few days we have Nrsinga Chaturdashi coming, very auspicious day. So the Lord can come from anywhere, from a brick wall he can manifest, if you have that faith. And Prahlad Maharaj had this faith, and because of that faith the Lord appeared to him in the pillar to fulfill his devotee's vow. And that is the only reason that he came, to protect his devotee. So the sadhu, he comes for this reason. He has so much compassion, so much love for the living entities. He's the embodiment, Karunamai Murti, of the Supreme Personality of God, of Bhagavan. And without Guru, we cannot get anywhere. Saint sadhus like Guru Nanak, he was saying, Guru vina gyan nahi prap kar sakte. Without Guru, we cannot get any knowledge at all. And from this knowledge, we cannot get any bhakti. So we need Shri Guru in our life. So Gurudev is asking to explain about the benefit and glories of Ekadashi. Today is very auspicious day, Ekadashi Tithi. which is known in our tradition as Bhakti Janani. Bhakti Janani is mother of Bhakti Devi. So if we want Bhakti in our hearts, if we want this love and devotion to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then we have to follow certain rules and regulations. Our Bhakti is not just done whimsically. Just because we think we feel like doing something, we do it. That is not Bhakti Marg. That stage of Bhakti is very high. It's called Bhav Bhakti. So there are different stages of Bhakti. There's Sadhan Bhakti, then there's Prema Bhakti, then there's Bhav Bhakti, then Prem Bhakti last. These stages of Bhakti are very different and very very far from each other as well. There's much sadhan to do on ourselves. Sadhan means to work on ourselves. We have to purify ourselves through the different limbs and regulations of Bhakti, like getting up early in the morning, like bathing, then doing Thakurji Puja, then doing Tulsi Puja or Parikram, then our mantras that our Gurudev has given us by this meditation, following these rules and regulations. Then we slowly start to develop some kind of relationship with the process of Bhakti. It's called a limb of Bhakti, Bhakti Anga. This limb of Bhakti will then come to another stage where we develop ruchi, some taste. And then from this taste, then some emotion, some bhav may come. And then from that bhav, which is a very high stage in itself, some prem may come. And it is said in our scriptures, shastras, that this prem is so high, such a very high elevated state, that in this body we cannot have this, we cannot keep this prem. We would have to leave this body and we will go to that stage of prem, and that prem is very high. So but from this sadhan stage of bhakti, one of the limbs of bhakti is to perform this vrat of Ekadashi. Ekadashi comes every month, twice a month, and at the time in the cycle of the moon, as you know, and every 11 days it comes. So in this way, if we look at it on a mundane level, on a material level, this fasting is very important for our bodies to rest. Just like when we go to work, we work Monday to Friday, 5 days a week. Right? There are 7 days in the week. Even the employers, the business people, they realize that you need 2 days rest to recoup the body. Right? So that's why they give you 2 days rest. Otherwise they will make you work 7 days a week, if they did not realize this. So also in our scripture, in our shastra, the Lord knows that we cannot work so hard. So He gives us the body needs a chance to recuperate, to revive itself. And this Ekadashi is a process where the body can actually get its strength back again. How can it do that? In the ordinary days, we may be eating 3-4 times a day. Some people eat in between, they're snacking all the time and they become ill and overweight, and so many diseases come from that. So Ekadashi is giving us an opportunity to control our senses. This, what we take in our body, is very important. So this very basic principle of giving the body a rest. Ekadashi means not to eat the grains. There are 5 types of grains, from wheat to beans, lentils, dals, like this. We should not eat on this day. So because those types of foods, they have a lot of potency to attract water. And in that day, if we take grains, then the pull on the body for water is greater. And then the body struggles to function properly. So the pull of the moon at this time of the month is very strong on the body, because the body is made of 90% water. And so if you put grains in and water again, there's lots of activity in your body, lots of senses working very hard to keep that energy. So by fasting and refraining from this grain, the body does not have to work so much. And we can actually, you'll feel the difference of controlling the mind. The mind is one of the key senses of the human person. So our process is to control the mind, the indriya, the senses, and then to focus that energy that we have to the lotus feet of the Lord, who is our source of meditation. So our goal is Krishna Bhakti, Krishna Prem. This is the highest goal. And by this fasting on Ekadashi, we are helping the body and the mind by using our intelligence, the higher intelligence of discrimination, to help us to achieve that goal. So we have a process which is called sadhan, sadhan bhakti, Then we have the goal, which is Prem Bhakti, it's called the Prayojan. Yeah, we have the Abhidaya, which is the process. So we need to engage these three processes, Sambandha, Abhidaya and Prayojan, in achieving our goal. So we use Ekadashi, we serve actually, not only use Ekadashi, but we serve Ekadashi to get Bhakti. When Bhakti Devi is pleased, then we can actually have some kind of devotion practice that is showing some fruits. And the fruits of that devotion is that we have a very soft heart, we recognize that the jivas, they exist in all living entities, we don't commit any violence to any jiva, any soul, and this is our process of Sanatana Dharma, so which is very important. Ekadashi is a very important element in our bhakti, we must perform this. Because also at this time, for the grains they contain, in Shastra it is said that they contain sin, or pap bij, the desire to commit sinful activities are in the grain. So we must be careful not to take grains on this day. Those people also who are fasting and are experiencing the benefit of Ekadashi will know that it is so beneficial to promoting your bhakti. Bhakti Devi, the creeper of bhakti, grows very strong if you perform Ekadashi Vrat. So everybody should perform this Vrat. And it's said that you will have so much benefit you cannot imagine by performing this Ekadashi Vrat. Very important length. There are many stories in the Shastras about Ekadashi, about devotees like Ambrish Maharaj. He performed bhakti very seriously with all his nine limbs. He's using all his energy. He was a king. He was a great Maharaj, Ambrish, and Raj Rishi, and he was performing Ekadashi Vrat. But at some time he was in a dilemma that he had received Durvasha Rishi to come to his ashram and to take to honor Prasad. But it was Ekadashi Vrat, and it was the time that the Parayan, that time for breaking Ekadashi, which is also very important, that we should follow the next day. So Durvasha had said he would come back and take honor Prasad with Ambrish Maharaj, but he went for his bath, and Ambrish Maharaj, he waited for such a long period of time for him to return, that the time for his Ekadashi Parayan, to break his Ekadashi fast, was going past very quickly and was coming to an end. So he was worried, should he break his fast without the presence of the Durvasha Rishi, or should he carry on his fast? So in this dilemma, he was praying to the Lord for inspiration in his heart. So it is said in our Shastra that to break Ekadashi, the right time will give us the fruit of performing that Ekadashi. If we do not break Ekadashi on the right time, then we lose the fruit of performing Ekadashi. So it's very important that we perform this Parayan, Ekadashi, breaking fast at the right time. So Ambrish Maharaj was in this dilemma. So he said he would take the Chanamrit from the Lord of Vishnu to break his fast, and that is sufficient. But Durvasha Rishi, he was very angry at Ambrish Maharaj having taken this Chanamrit and broken his fast without waiting for him to come back on time. And he got very, very angry at Ambrish Maharaj. So much so that Ambrish Maharaj had to, Durvasha, he made a curse on Ambrish Maharaj. He pulled out his hair and invoked a demon. I forget the demon's name now. It's a fire demon. He invoked the fire demon to kill Ambrish Maharaj. But Ambrish Maharaj was totally surrendered, totally calm and very confident in his surrender to the Lord. And he prayed to the Lord to protect him. And at that time, the Lord sent Sudarshan Chakra to save him. And first he killed the demon, the fire demon, and then he chased after, the Chakra chased after the Durvasha Rishi. And Durvasha Rishi went to all the different places trying to hide and save his life, but he could not. Because Ambrish Maharaj, the Chakra was of course protecting Ambrish Maharaj, but also wanted to teach Durvasha Rishi a lesson. So Durvasha Rishi went to Lord Brahmaji first to ask for protection from the Sudarshan Chakra. And Brahmaji said, I cannot save you. This Chakra is from Narayan. you have to go to the Lord Shiva, Lord Narayan himself to get protection. So Durvasha Rishi went to Lord Shiva and he said, please protect me from this chakra. It's burning me. It's very close. It's chasing me everywhere. I cannot get away from it. The chakra was inches away from Durvasha Rishi and he was begging for his life. But Shiji could not help. He said, you have to go to Lord Narayan. It belongs to him, the chakra. So Durvasha Rishi goes to Vaikuntha and goes to Lord Narayan and he says, please save me. This chakra is going to end my life. How can I be saved? It is your chakra. Only you can retrieve it back. So Durvasha prays to Lord Narayan, but Narayan says, I cannot help you. Even I cannot help you. What you will have to do is you will have to go to Ambrish Maharaj himself and you will have to ask for his forgiveness. You will have to ask for his pardon if you have committed any offense to him. So go back to Ambrish Maharaj and he will save you. So Durvasha does as the Lord asks him to do, and he goes to Ambrish Maharaj and falls at his feet and asks for forgiveness and begs for forgiveness. Please forgive me if I've made any offense to you, because this Sudarshan Chakra will not leave me alone. It is after my life and my neck. If you don't tell it to stop, then I will die, surely. So Ambrish Maharaj says, I have not done anything wrong, nor have you done anything wrong. How can I forgive you if I cannot only forgive you if you have done something wrong? You have not done anything wrong. So all I did was to take some Chanamrit from the Lord's lotus feet to break my own my fast. If I've done that and if I've upset you, please forgive me. And having said that, then the Sudarshan Chakra disappears and Durvasha's life is saved. So this pastime is very important. It teaches us that if we are committing any offense to the lotus feet of the Vaishnava, that of the devotee, then even Lord Vishnu, Lord Narayan cannot save us. We have to ask for the forgiveness of the lotus feet of the devotee that we have committed an offense to, or even we think we have committed any offense, then we should ask for that forgiveness. So this was on the day of Ekadashi. This pastime occurred on the day of Ekadashi. Very important to remember. And by remembering that, we can have some relationship with the Lord and his devotee, and we will benefit our devotion in that. Bhakti is what we want in life, this lifetime. This Ekadashi work is a must follow. All our acharyas, all our spiritual masters have instructed us to follow this work. Very simple vrat. You can have all different types of fruits and vegetables, not vegetables, but fruits, nuts, milk, yogurt, all sorts of very simple foods that do not have grains in them. So by refraining from grains and offering what we have to Thakurji and accepting of Thakurji's prasad, then our senses, our indriya, will become purified. And by purified senses and by purified mind and intelligence, then we can engage in the process of bhakti. So we pray on this day for Srila Bharaj and all the Vaishnavas, Guru Varg, our Guru Acharya, to help us in our path of bhakti and make progress into achieving the frame of bhakti that is so very high, so very sweet and very important. Vacha Kalpa Vidyasya Vipasa Vidyasya Adhikanam Kama Jiva Vaishnava.
So first of all, I offer my humble, respectful obeisances unto lotus feet of my Guru Pad Bodmu, Nitya-lila Pravishtam Vishnupad, Ashtutara Satsmad Bhakti Vedanta Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj, and Nitya-lila Pravishtam Vishnupad, Ashtutara Satsmad Bhakti Vedanta Srila Narayan Goswami Maharaj. Simultaneously offer my humble, respectful Dandavat Pranam. Lotus feet of Nitya-lila Pravishtam Vishnupad, Ashtutara Satsmad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Guruvanda Goswami Maharaj, and all senior devotees and all Vaishnavis, and presented all of my respectful guests. So just I want to speak few words about Ekadashi Tithi. Ekadashi means actually 11th days from the full moon or new moon. And once a month, 2 times are coming Ekadashi Tithi. And one is called Purnima, Shukla Paksha, another is called Krishna Paksha. And so Ekadashi is. And another thing you have to know, Ekadashi means Ekadash Indriya. 11 senses. And all our senses automatically going to the enjoy to the object of the senses. This is the nature. Spontaneous. All our senses automatically going to enjoy the object of the senses. Our eyes, nose, going in where? Object of the senses. Our eyes are going to enjoy beautiful form, rupa. There is a rupa, rasa, sabda, gandha and sparsha. Automatically going, without giving invitation. All our senses automatically going to enjoy all kinds of object of the senses. Is it true? And these senses are never also happy and never tired. Never happy or never tired. इंद्रियों को भी सुख भी आनंद भी नहीं होता है और कभी शस्त्र भी नहीं होता और इज वन मोर एंड मोर एंड मोर automatically our eyes are going to enjoy the beautiful form. आंखों की सौदा रूप दर्शन. This is true. The beautiful form. अरे बैठे थोड़ा कोई कथा सुनो. All our senses automatically going to enjoy the object of the senses. And they are never be happy also. No trupa, no pasanti. Kamadik, kotina palidha, durnidesa, tesang jatamai, no trupa, no upasanti. Upanishad, everybody. Last and all these things our senses, they are not happy. And not trupa, no upasanti. They are completely what? Shameless. Niraj. Completely shameless. And they want more. And never also satisfied. So they kamadi kritina palita durnidesa te sangjata vai natrupa no upasanti. So what to do? But our Shastra is saying, once a month, twice Ekadashis are coming. Just I told, in Shukla Paksha and Krishna Paksha too Ekadashi is coming. So our Shastra is saying you have to observe Ekadashi Tithi. In this day of Ekadashi, just you give some chastisement of your senses. एकादशी के दिन इंद्रियों के कुछ दंड देना चाहिए, तपाना चाहिए. You have to give some chastisement of your senses. Because our Shastra also saying this way, first to understand this body. Every day we are doing hard work. 7 days do hard work. But in the 7 days, one day you want to take rest. Sunday, you have to take rest. Actually, you are not taking rest. This is true. You are not going to office, but you are working more. Go to the market, buying some things, cleaning house, these things. Actually, you are not taking rest. Because you have no time. But anyhow, our Shastra also explain, you have to give some rest of your limbs of the bodies. Some take rest. Little bit take rest. But which limbs and body cannot take rest? 24 hours working. Heart. And if your heart stop, then heart fail. Then you will die, dead. But other senses, you can take rest. Give some, relax. This too. Take some rest. Give some mind. To relax your mind, relax your hands, leg. Then after 6 days, again you go to school, again you go to your work, job, what you are doing, and again energy will come. In the same way, our senses always want to enjoy the sense gratification. But our Shastra is saying this, they give some relax. This is important also. What you will do in the day of Ekadasi? Little bit relax your stomach. Stomach को कैसे relax करोगे? थोड़ा खाना कम कर दो. In the day of Ekadasi, you have to reduce your
food intake.
Food intake. Little bit. Just the Kormi also saying this way. This I also explained. The Kormi they also saying this way. Why will you observe Ekadasi? This is also important. How to give some relax our senses and actually, if you observe Ekadasi, then Krishna will be very pleased. Then Bhakti Devi will manifest in your heart. Ekadasi Tithi Bhakti Janani Jatane Palana Kori Krishna Vasati Boli Parama Adara Kori Suddha Vakata Charana Renu Bhajanayanu Kula Bhakata Seva Parama Siddhi Premloti Karamula Suddha Vakata Charana Renu Bhajanayanu Madhavati Bhakti Janani Madhavati Bhakti Janani Jatane Palana Kori Suddha Bhakata Charana Renu Bhajanayanu Kula. Bhaktivinoda Thakur sang this Bengali song. Suddha Bhakata Charana Renu Bhajanayanu Kula. Bhakata Seva Parama Siddhi from Prem Lati Karma. If you associate with pure devotee of Lord, then Bhakti Devi will manifest in your heart. Even Suddha Bhakata Charna Renu Bhajana Bhakata Seva Parama Siddhi Prem Lati Karma. If you serve Guru and Vaishnava Suddha Bhakta, then Bhakti Devi will manifest in your heart. First, you try to understand this human body is very, very rare. You believe or not, you are theist or atheist. This is not our subject, but subject is that the human body is very, very rare. How many? Why this called rare? After 8.4 billion pieces, then Lord mercifully gives us the human body. This rotation is going on this way. And this statement has given in our Shastra also, Padma Purana, giving Jalajal Avalaksani, Sthavara Laksavingsati, Krimaya Rudra Sankhaka, Tris Lakshani Pasava, Visalakshani Pokchina, Chatur Lakshani Manava. This statement has given in Padma Purana. Jalajal Avalaksani. First to write. 8.4 billion species, 84 लाख जन्म हम कैसे बताया? कैसे बिताया? इस श्लोक में बोल रहे हैं. Jalaja Lavalaksani. We took birth in the insects of the water. How many pieces? Javala 900,000 pieces. Could you remember? You not remember. You forgot everything. Your time is over. You forgot. Jalaja Lavalaksani. Sthavara Laksavingsati. 100,000 pieces. And we also spend in the body of trees. Those who cannot move. Krimaya Rudra Sankhaka. Krimaya means insects of the stool. That is called krimi. Understand? Rudra Sankhaka means 1100,000. Garolak. Garolak विष्ठा के कीड़ा होकर के
हम जन्म ले चुके हैं, अंडरस्टैंड? 1100,000 pieces. We spend the insects of the stool. Krimaya Rudra Sankaka.
Worm.
Cream worms, you know? Understand? Stool worms. Bad words, no? What to do? We spend. This is true. But you forgot. 30 lakshani possible. 30,100 pieces. We spend the bodies of animals, cows, dogs. Many kinds of four-legged animals. Bingsa lakshani pakshina. 100,000 pieces. We spend the body of and birds and flying to that. Then Chatur Lakshani Manava. Then we also spend 400,000 pieces of human being. That human being, that is called so-called human being. Just eating, sleeping, defending and mating. Ahara nedra bhaimai dhunancha samanna etat pasubhi naranam dharmahi tesang adhika visesa dharme nahi na pasubhi samanam. Our scriptures very clearly explained in the Sanskrit verse. Eating, sleeping, defending and mating. Mating. These four things are common in our human life and animal's life. Who is not eating? We are eating. Pasta, pista. Many things are eating. Rice, dal, sabji. Cats, dogs, they are also eating or not? Eating same. Just full our stomach. Sleeping. We are also sleeping. Cats, dogs, animals, they are also sleeping. We are human beings, we are sleeping very nice, beautiful, soft bed. What bed? King size? Bed. You know? King size bed. Very done life. क्या करते हैं?